She's gone! Oh, yeah! That bitch is gone! Yeah, that bitch is gone!
Is she gone?
What?
Is she gone?
What? Brooklyn guy?
Is the gone?
Yeah.
Yeah! Let's f***ing party! She's gone! So freak!
Call the cops!
You're right. We need to call the cops. Okay, I need to grab my phone. I need to call the cops, and maybe they'll help us pay the rent.
Somebody call the cops?
Now, I'm not one to make an SML theory. I typically leave that to those channels that show up on my feed at 3 in the morning.
What if I told you that Poobie and Brooklyn Guy are the same person?
But when The Secret Door 2 came out, I couldn't help but ask myself, is this the real Brooklyn Guy? You see, Brooklyn Guy has a lot of brothers. Miami Guy, Chicago Guy, Jonathan.
Hey there, baby. Don't worry, I'm gonna be gentle.
But a lot of Brooklyn Guy's brothers have never really showed up. You see, Brooklyn Guy has a lot of brothers, but only one of them is a character who occasionally shows up in SML, Jonathan.
Like that?
Jonathan lives with Brooklyn Guy's mom, and that's about it. What did you want me to talk about? His sex addiction?
Hey, you wanna see something cool?
But Brooklyn Guy's brothers do also show up throughout the timeline of the show. In 2016, SML uploads the new house, and this is when things start to change. After Bowser's house burnt down in Bowser's house fire, Brooklyn Guy promises to build him a new one, but he doesn't. Instead, he finds them a new house which was recently renovated and cleaned out. But what Brooklyn Guy neglects to mention is that this house was full of countless bodies.
How about that? That's 26. How do we miss that one?
Okay, so Brooklyn Guy mentions that this house was full of dead bodies from murders committed by who? We don't know.
Hey, buddy, that's me waiting for a loyal chick, right?
Later in the video, while we are getting the house tour, Brooklyn Guy mentions that there is a door in this house and to
Never go in there!
What?
Never go in there, ever.
What's in there?
It doesn't matter, don't go in there.
But what if I do?
Well, don't.
But what's in there?
It doesn't matter, you just never go in there, ever. Whenever you think you're gonna go in there, don't.
Brooklyn Guy heavily notes and encourages that Mario never opens this door. And they don't. For 7 months.
Hey Mario, I got the Chinese food.
Rosalina?
Hi!
Where have you been? It's been 6 months!
I'm sorry, Mario. The line at the restaurant was really long.
6 months!
I hit a red light.
7 months go by, and after all of the buildup, we finally get the secret door.
Dum, dum, dum.
What was that?
Dramatic music.
In 2017, SML releases The Secret Door, and this episode was one of the most memorable and scarring moments for me as a child. You see, SML has been known for their comedy and occasional horror.
I just thought of something. What if I would have had 2 TVs facing each other, and like we would have watched it on both? Would they have like came out of the TVs and like made out with each other or something?
Dude, this is serious!
This video was one of the most terrifying events in SML history. Jeffy opens the secret door after Brooklyn Guy specifically tells him not to.
Go in there!
And what happens next will shock you.
Stop looking at his dick!
Jeffy goes missing and it's up to Mario and Rosalina to go find him. They confront the secret door and don't go in because of what Brooklyn Guy told them, so instead they do what any rational person would do and calls the police. The police show up and you've got to be kidding me! They make it to the door, and when they finally do, Mario wakes up to see the room absolutely covered in bodies. His wife and son are chained up, and past patients being torn limb from limb. Mario's about to die, as suddenly Brooklyn Guy shows up and shoots himself? Apparently, this was another one of Brooklyn Guy's brothers, Does Bad Things Guy. And this conveniently wraps up this episode.
How convenient.
I have a lot of jobs and I needed a break, so I had to take like 7 months vacation, and I needed somebody to fill in for me while I was gone, so I got Does Bad Things Guy to take my place.
So to piece this all together, Brooklyn Guy has a lot of brothers. And you know what, I'm just gonna let Brooklyn Guy explain it.
Who you met in there, that was my brother Does Bad Things Guy.
Does Bad Things Guy?
Yeah.
That's his name?
That's his name, Does Bad Things Guy.
So for the past 7 months, the Brooklyn Guy showing up at Mario's door was actually Does Bad Things Guy. He was the guy committing all of the murders, and he even...
You're throwing toys, so I thought maybe you need some help.
I just didn't like that toy, so I threw it.
Well, that's really mature of you.
Oh, hey, Dad, what about that?
But now Does Bad Things Guy is dead. So what could possibly happen next?
No hate towards you guys.
Nintendo wants to charge $90 for fucking dick. This year, 2026, after 9 long years, SML hits 10 million subscribers and announces they will be releasing Secret Door 2 the following week. After years of waiting and channels deleted, SML finally comes back with the Secret Door 2. And what the fuck?
I want to eat penis.
The episode starts with Does Bad Things guy in hell. Since he was shot and killed in the last video, now he's dead and in hell where he belongs. Does Bad Things guy makes a deal with the devil to get out of hell and go cause Mario hell. This is my personal hell! Brooklyn guy is about to show up at Marvin's house to pull a toothpick out of Jeffy's eye when Does Bad Things guy tackles him and throws him into the trunk. And I'm not going to get into the rest of this because I'm tired of writing, but by the end of the episode, we get what we've all been waiting for. Brooklyn guy and Does Bad Things guy are fighting and somehow end up naked and with the same bandage on their head and kind of like a Family Guy-ass predicament. They find themselves in a situation where Marvin is the only person who can save the right Brooklyn guy. Dear God.
What kind of coffee table would you buy?
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, just like a normal coffee table? Yeah, Marvin, what kind of question is that?
What, okay, the fake one was talking about piano coffee table thing.
And you believed that? Yeah, what the fuck, Marvin? That's made up, obviously.
Marvin has a gun, and he's going to shoot Does Bad Things guy and send him back to hell. Only, I think this is where Logan didn't have an ending planned out. You see, Marvin asked a few questions that only the real Mr. Krabs would know. I'm sorry, wrong script. And when he finally gets his answer, he shoots one of the guys, and suddenly, everyone is acting normal. They return to the couch, all patched up, and this is where things start to get interesting. Brooklyn guy is constantly talking about killing Marvin and how he doesn't know what this key is for. And the video ends with a dramatic close-up of Brooklyn guy. The video ends and there is no SML question, leaving you with all of the questions, leaving you with a theory. Hello, internet, and welcome! So how do we know if this is the real Brooklyn guy? The behind the scenes proves that this is just the Brooklyn guy puppet, even though he shot Brooklyn guy, which kind of makes sense. The other Brooklyn guy, which was Does Bad Things guy, was the original Brooklyn guy puppet before they gave him a makeover.
Yeah, I really do. I'm so tall. Look at my legs, Marvin. Oh, my nuts! I'm back. But he was calling me Ballbuster Brooklyn until the PE teacher ran up and told me to go to the principal's office for kicking people in the balls. So I kicked him in the balls, and they decided that they needed to amputate my legs because I just could not be trusted with legs anymore. I kill you! What? No, what are you doing? What are you doing to my legs? No! Don't cut my legs off! He's cutting my legs off! You can't see it, but he's cutting them off and it hurts so bad!
But one thing I want to mention before this video ends is... Makes Bad Decisions guy was another one of Brooklyn guy's brothers who showed up for only one SML video. Haha, joke's on you, bitch, I'm getting another episode! And in 2019, the video he appears in, Jeffy's foster home, we get to see this guy and what he does in this trailer home. Makes Bad Decisions guy named that because he makes bad decisions? Not the same as Does Bad Things guy, but still begs the question, why is Tito here?
Who's outside? Yo, that's Tito. Tito, come on. Tito, come on.
If Brooklyn guy has all of these other brothers, then why don't they live with his mom? Why don't they show up at Thanksgiving? Why aren't they meaningful to Brooklyn guy? Brooklyn guy's dad was another one-off character who only showed up a few times throughout the series and conventionally lives in Brooklyn, New York. This is funny because he's Brooklyn guy. Brooklyn guy's dad isn't very important to the story, but still brings a lot of questions to the table. What if Brooklyn guy's dad only had him and Jonathan with Babs and all of the other ones are his kids because of different places he banged in? This would make a lot of sense because Brooklyn guy's from Brooklyn, Philadelphia guy is from Philadelphia, and Miami guy is from Miami. If this is true, then we could see Brooklyn guy's dad return someday, but sadly, I don't see that happening. One of the best things Brooklyn guy's father ever did was create Brooklyn guy, who may be dead now, will eventually return. And we all know that this is not Brooklyn guy. In the following video, Joseph gets hentai virus. Brooklyn guy is pissed off about doing his job, which isn't very unusual for Brooklyn guy. he was kind of pissed off when he showed up to Marvin's house because he wasn't getting paid.
I'm not getting paid enough. I don't get paid at all.
But in the next few SML movies or videos or episodes, whatever you want to call them, Brooklyn Guy, or supposedly Brooklyn Guy, shows up out of nowhere. He just spawns in under the couch like he lives there. Like Marvin doesn't even have to fucking call him anymore. He's just there. He lives there like Does Bad Things Guy. Plus, as an addition to that, Brooklyn Guy hates Rosalina. No, fuck this shit. I'm calling her Rose for the rest of the video. Brooklyn Guy hates Rose more than he hates his own wife. Both his wives. His multiple wives. But Does Bad Things Guy seems to hate Rose even more. He fucking burned her. Guys, a bee flew into my office while I was recording this. Guys, a fucking bee flew into here while I was recording this. I don't know what to fucking do. Can you please stop? Can you please leave? I surrender. Alright, I guess he's taking over the channel, guys. I'll see you next time. Get the fuck out. What the fuck? One last thing I want to mention is Brooklyn Guy's brother Does Good Things Guy and how he donates to charity. And you can donate too. You can donate right now by subscribing and giving me your soul.
Come here. Jimmy, stop me again, please.